Hey everybody, this video will be a little bit different because I want to get your take on this question. As podcast editors, are we overthinking things? Let me give you a bit of context for this question. I met with the founder of a software company, and at one point we start talking about plugins, the plugins that I use when editing podcasts. This guy comes from a radio background, and I'd explain my typical chain: noise reduction, reverb reduction, mouth declick, EQ, compression, and when needed, I'll use declip, deplosive, voice denoise, and maybe something else. His response is that I'm overthinking it before explaining to me why overprocessing audio is a bad thing. Then he continued and said, podcast editors need to do a better job of educating everyone, and that we should be leaving noise in there to add ambiance. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't consider the room tone on a typical podcast recording to be ambiance, and I'm pretty sure the audience doesn't enjoy the ambiance of an echoey, noisy recording. I felt like I was being lectured, almost for not knowing the right way to do things, and that I'm too young to know better. I'm sure it doesn't help that I look younger than I am, but it really rubbed me the wrong way. He had admitted at the beginning of the call that he's proudly arrogant, and it was really coming through. And look, I get where he's coming from. In an ideal world, we're all recording in a good sounding space with good equipment and producing good sounding recordings that don't need much work. I think it is easy to overdo things sometimes in our quest for perfection, but we don't live in this reality. We can't control what our clients do. We can't control the equipment the guest shows up with. I've been fortunate enough to work with clients who value audio quality and listen to my advice and coaching, but I've heard the audio quality of the podcast editors deal with. It ranges from great all the way down to unusable. So with this context, as a podcast editor, are we overthinking things and doing things wrong? Let me know in the comments. I'm really interested to hear your take on this. And if you've watched this video, you might be interested in this video up here where I talk about content versus production value and how we just might be overthinking things when we edit. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.